Yep.
Well, Kevin, what we expected a close game today. You probably did as well. What's your first thoughts as you come off today?
I think we taught a lesson, about real pressure football, and the Dockers have been the absolute best in the competition all year, and over here, and we know how hard a trip it is to come over and play. Look, I like the fact that the boys just kept going a bit in the last half. As much as we were getting touched up pretty badly, at least they kept at it, I reckon, and they kept giving a little bit.
You know that they are good at that, but were your players taken a bit by surprise with just how much pressure they apply and how many turnovers they force?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we knew they were good at it, but you've got to experience it, and that's what we've done well all year. We've been able to put ourselves in games against good sides and learn from it. And tonight I went in and just told the boys, that's AFL-style pressure football. And that's the best teams. That's what they're able to do to you, and we have to learn from that. And that's what we've been really good at all year. We've played Geelong and Hawthorn and Freo, and those sides have really taught us some lessons on footy, and each time we've been able to respond. So I'm pleased with the fact that we get a lesson, and we can learn from that.
Can you take us through your emotions? Obviously a disappointing loss, but then the contrast of finding out that you qualified for the final.
Yeah, I'm disappointed about tonight. I mean, clearly, I think as long as we learn from tonight, though, that's okay. We didn't expect to, win every game of football that we went in. We expected that as a young group we were going to have to make some adjustments and learn and improve as we go, and we hope we'll do that again after tonight. But you're right, the opportunity. I mean, as a footy club, we've qualified in our own right, and that's a really pleasing thing for us. Would have been nice off the back of being able to play a bit better tonight, but that's not the case. But it is I've said all year, it's a full footy season. You've got to play the whole season, and then whatever happens will happen. And right now, we rightly deserve to be a part of the final eight.
Coming from where the club was last year, what does it mean to have such a jump up the ladder and secure that finals berth?
Well, it's recognition for effort, I reckon, from these blokes, this young side that we've taken on, and they're the ones who've had to do all the hard work right through, and they've started that back in November and had to get through to this point. And yeah, it's a little funny that we've been taught a lesson tonight, but we actually know that we've earned the right to be a part of the finals.
You said Wingard out. Ken, is there an issue there?
Well, he was a little sore, so I wasn't going to. The game was clearly gone, so I wasn't going to take any risks with Chad Wingard. He was playing quite well still for us in the game, but that's just a common sense decision, I reckon, that you wouldn't want to put Chad Wingard at risk at any stage when you've got bigger things to do.
And Ebert sort of grabbed at his hamstring a bit after kicking that long goal.
Yeah, no, cork in the butt, unfortunately. But we were very careful. The game with Brad, we wouldn't put him. We tried to make sure we didn't put him back into positions where he was going to do anything too silly, because we didn't want to. Again, we didn't want to give a game away, but we didn't want to run the risk with any injured players either.
Kevin, the fact that you got touched up a bit tonight, what does that mean for next week? The last thing you want to do is to sort of limp into the finals, isn't it?
We're not going to limp in. We're going to keep trying to improve, and we got beaten tonight by. That's what we have to understand. We got beaten tonight by a genuine top four side, and they taught us a lesson in pressure. That's okay, but the mistake we'll make if we don't take the lesson. We'll take the lesson on board and we'll try to improve, but we won't improve in a week, or in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. This is a young team that's going to take. I've said it before, it's the journey. It's going to take some time for us to be able to achieve the consistency of the top sides, and that's what they showed tonight, really consistent football season.
Are they unique, or is this basically, are they playing finals football now, or are they different from all the other teams?
Oh no, they're incredibly well coached. Ross has got them playing really strong defensive football, and the pressure, it's a buy-in from everyone. And that's what they bring. They bring buy-in from the whole football team, and they go from the first minute to the last minute most weeks.
Robbie, what was it like out there today?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we definitely felt under pressure a lot. Probably forced us to handball a fair bit, and coughed the ball up. And they're a very good defensive team, so we'll learn a lot out of that.
Where does it rank in terms of the pressure you've faced?
Definitely up there with the best, with the Sydneys, and it's just relentless sort of pressure, and it's all over the ground. All 22 contribute. So, like I said, we're hoping to get like that one day, and as Ken said, they have a buy-in from all 22 players, and we'll learn a lot from that.
Ken, as you mentioned, it is going to take time to get that experience to be able to match those sort of sides, but what can you do in the short term to ensure the side's well placed when it does come finals, and obviously the intensity that comes with it?
Train really hard. Train really well and be really clean with everything we do at training. Don't take any chances. Be as clean as we can be through the week to give ourselves a chance to perform at the weekends, and that's what we've done all year. we go back to training tomorrow, and we recover really well tomorrow. Then we review the game, and then we have a really positive week on the track, and we go forward knowing that our best is okay. Our best is pretty good in this competition, but we know that the best teams, if we slip up a little, we learn lessons, and that's, like, to be honest, it's a really good time to get that lesson.
Can we be tempted to maybe leave a couple of blokes out next week and give them a chance to freshen up for the first week of the finals?
No, not really. I mean, we'll be mindful if anyone's at all sore that we won't take any silly risks with them, obviously. But we're not looking forward to the week after. We're looking forward to next week and playing our best football, and then seeing what happens after that. Because it's a hard game of football. You want to be playing your best footy to the end of the season for us. Whenever that is, we want to try to play at our absolute best, and we know that we need to train well. We need to pick our best side available, and then go out and compete really well together.
Just back on checking, it looked like you had ice on both groins at three-quarter time. Am I wrong? Right there.
No, you're right, because that's recovery for him. That's what he does all the time. So he was out of the game. So if you went into our rooms any time, you'd see Chad. You'd see a number of players icing similar areas, and that's a full AFL season. It's probably prehab. It's making sure they don't get any worse in any area that they don't need to.
Did you keep an eye on the Carlton game tonight?
No.
No, you couldn't.
No. Well, look, at the back end of our first quarter, I knew the result.
Yeah, okay.
So it was still more about focusing on hopefully us doing some good things in the back of that quarter. And that's, again, as I said, I think we were about 9 points or something at half time. I'm not quite sure, and we end up with 60 odd points. So our second half of the game was, at least we were in somewhere near the same level as far as being able to put some pressure on them and get some scoreboard pressure ourselves.
Oh, good. Thanks, guys.